So today's subject is going to be about cloud computing. A lot of times I get asked, as the inventor of the cloud PC, what is cloud computing? And I'm surprised to find it difficult for a lot of people to understand. Basically, if you think of a child today and the devices that they use to do things on the internet, they're using tablets and phones and things of that nature. Not too many of them sit down at a desktop. Well, they're doing cloud computing because those devices are communicating with the internet or the cloud to provide them with the things that they enjoy. Well, business is moving to cloud computing, and we're doing that with the workstations. Tablets, cell phones, and printers will all be cloud-based. Your servers will move toward cloud. Today, companies have these enormous data centers that they have to maintain with a very expensive IT staff to maintain that. Well, now that technology moves to cloud, where you contract someone with like an Amazon or Rackspace or even us to provide you with cloud-based services. So the definition of cloud-based computing is the practice of using a network of remote servers hosted on the internet to store, manage, and process data rather than a local server or a personal computer. In common use, the term the cloud is essentially a metaphor for the internet. So when people say cloud, they really mean internet. And when you think of your desktop, your workstation, we take those applications that are stored on your desktop, on your workstation, and we move those applications along with the data associated with those apps to a cloud-based server or an internet server where you simply open a browser and do your work. So for example, you already use cloud-based technologies, you just don't know it. Gmail is an example of a cloud-based technology. Hotmail is another example of a cloud-based technology. Those files, unless you choose to download them to your desktop, really live on the server at Gmail or at Hotmail, and you access those files through a web browser. The application is web browser built, and that's really how you access that particular program, in this case it's email, on the cloud. Now, we are recommending the Google Cloud, and because that's what our product is based on. If you have a Google Cloud certified tablet and you have a Chromebook, you have a cloud PC, all those devices work together. They're all synchronized with each other. If I go out in the field and I take my Chromebook with me, which I do every day, I perform all my work on there, and since the Chromebook is truly cloud-based, everything you do on a Chromebook is cloud-based. When I get back to my office, I now sit down at my cloud PC. Everything I did in the field is now available to me in my cloud PC. Well, let's just say I can't get back to my office. I can use anyone's desktop. I can go to a library. As long as I can open a browser, I can get to whatever work I was doing in the field. So this is the technology is moving toward this kind of deployment, and we're just on board with it. We're not trying to fight it. We're joining the bandwagon. This is what companies are doing. The companies that are moving toward cloud are outpacing their competition. Another interesting thing about cloud technology is now I can share documents with you simply by giving you a link to my document that's stored on the internet for me. So now I don't have to send you that document in an email. I'm not downloading a huge JPEG or a video file or anything like that. I simply upload that to the file and I give you the link. You click on the link and the file exists in one place on the internet rather than being replicated on everybody's email. So it's simply more efficient and more secure. I can say, okay, I want John Doe to only have read-only access to this file, or I might want to give him edit access to the file, because maybe we are collaborating on a project and we're working on perhaps a business plan, and he has elements of the business plan that he has to complete, and I have elements of a business plan that I have to complete. So now we share the editing of that document. There may be others, investors, who want to view the document. Of course, they're not allowed to edit it, but they could be enabled to view only, or even to comment on that document. So you can't do that with your desktop. You can't just forward somebody your business plan and then they rip it apart and send it back to you, and it doesn't make any sense. So this way you have one instance of your document that lives on the internet or in the cloud. You share the link to that document with others who need access to it, and then you can edit collaboratively or assign them different security privileges based on why they're there. So this is another reason that people are moving to cloud technology. So when you look at companies like Google, another one, Amazon. Amazon's the largest retailer in the world, and everything they do is cloud-based. You can't go to an Amazon store. There's no brick and mortar store. Everything is done on a server on the internet. When you log into the Amazon.com site, you're accessing applications that were built on the web for the web to deliver products to your door. That is a total cloud-based solution. And you can rent space from Amazon to host your applications and provide the security that you need for those applications and the files and so forth. Another company that does this is a company called Salesforce. They're another one that provides secure data services, cloud-based data services, so that now you're not paying a data center, your own data center, to do all these things for you. And then if you think about it, the data center is located perhaps in one city on the globe. Well, now you've got employees traveling around. I'm a global company. I deal with people in China and so forth. They need access to my systems. Well, what are they going to do? Log in from China into my servers here in Florida? Doesn't make any sense. So by cloud-basing everything I do, they have instant access to the applications, the files, and so forth that I need them to have access to. Microsoft Azure is another service that is available that's cloud-based, secure, and so you can see all the major players are moving toward cloud, and there's others. I don't need to go into them all now, but people, when they talk about moving to the cloud, what exactly does that mean? It refers to an organization moving away from a traditional CAPEX or capital expenditure model, where you buy dedicated hardware and you depreciate it over time. You don't do that anymore. You just subscribe to a service and you get what you need. This is very important. So this is what's happening with cloud technology these days, and I hope that you get a little bit of a better grasp on what's going on. You start moving those documents, those photos, those videos into the cloud. For example, YouTube, you can upload all the videos you want. They want you to. I don't know how they do it or how they manage that disk space problem, but they do. So take all the videos that you want to save, you upload them to YouTube. Take your documents and save those to drive.google.com. If you log into drive.google.com with a Gmail account, you'll see a bunch of things that you can do with Drive. You can create spreadsheets, you can create documents, you can create PowerPoint presentations. Not necessarily PowerPoint, but has the same effect, except now you're going to share that PowerPoint presentation. You're not going to distribute it, every slide. You're not going to be sending them the actually PPT file to everyone who wants to see your presentation. You're simply going to share that link. So I hope this makes a little more sense, and if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment in the box below, or contact me directly, and I will do my best to try to explain cloud technology. Thanks for watching.